Hello, guys. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Finally, some sunshine in Amsterdam, so I'm feeling uplifted.
Nice. How's the weather?
Yeah,
It's shit.
Aki, don't say that. It's okay. As for Amsterdam, it is okay.
Oh, here it's like winter time. Jesus.
No, yeah, we had the same shit last week, but now it's fine. I mean, we got some sunshine, so I'm kind of excited. Just cannot wait for the terraces to reopen to live the full life.
I bet. Same here. I heard from Taras that they are sending out the army in Toronto. That's insane.
Wow. Oh my God. Like, I didn't catch up with him, but then, yeah, that doesn't sound great.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Attila, can you make me a moderator as well? Because you hacked the Launchpad event. So now you're the only one. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're
Great.
welcome.
Aki, how are you? It's been ages since we spoke.
I know. And I didn't even know you were back in Amsterdam.
Yeah. I mean,
This could catch up soon.
yeah, for sure. I mean, I spent 1.5 months in Aruba. Now I'm back, but I'm planning an escape again, maybe to Portugal.
Come to Dubai next month.
Are you going?
Actually, I was going to talk about it maybe later. Drop it. They invited me to speak and also to organize an event there. So honestly,
Okay.
I'm thinking to do something small, like very small, because I don't want to throw like a super big networking event. Because I feel like I know it's not really like socially accepted or something still in some countries to throw like super big events. So I don't want to go and be like, yeah, fuck this shit. I'm organizing the first big event out here.
Yeah.
So I think since I'm speaking and they're flying me over and stuff, I might as well just go spend some time, relax for a week. Like we all know, we can all use a little break.
No, of course, that's for sure. Yeah, actually, yeah, I think we can cover that as well later on in our talks because that's what I'm super curious about what's happening with all of the events. Because yeah, I saw also Dubai and then there is Tulum happening. So yeah, it's kind of you want to be
sure.
You want to be socially responsible, but then yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, like Dubai is since it's closer, more and at least things are better organized there. So I feel that's really a place to go. But in my opinion, Tulum, I wouldn't really go there so fast right now, and it's super far.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a while, and it's not really. It's more like a fun thing to go. Like at least Dubai, it's a proper conference.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we were discussing it with the team because it's also a question, right? Who wants to go? Who is comfortable traveling? Still, so it's like a lot of things that needs to be taken into consideration.
Yeah, it's too many things to be.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Ian, welcome.
Hey, how's everybody?
Good. How are you?
Finally on Clubhouse, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big man himself.
Hey, everybody. I heard Attila went off script and started the room himself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
the pioneer.
Classic.
Well, that's what happens when you're first.
If you're not first, you're last, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Awesome. How's everyone doing today? We got a pretty good group so far. I'm excited. Nice to see you, Hen. How was Dubai? Oh, Hen's muted.
Hey, you guys. Yeah, just came back. How can I say it? It's big. Everything is pretty big.
Amazing. Attila, how are you doing today?
Pretty good, thanks. On my way to pick up my son from water polo practice.
Oh, I love water polo. I haven't played water polo in maybe 15 years. 16 years, maybe?
Oh, really? I never played it. He goes 3 times a week. He's pretty serious and committed to the game.
It's a pretty aggressive sport. You wouldn't think it is, but it can be pretty aggressive.
It is, yeah. Like you need a lot of energy to stay on top of the water and to play this game. So for him, it's really awesome because otherwise he's bouncing off the walls and everything.
Awesome. And Ian, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing really, really good. Just I'm out here in Colombia right now. For about 2 weeks. Probably stay here for another 2 more weeks or another months, but we're like in super strict lockdown, especially when the weekend is coming up.
Living life.
I saw that because you sent me an invite for our conversation later, and I saw it was in Bogota at that time. So I was like, oh, I wonder what Ian's doing down there, but makes sense now.
I just need like for me, I need like a change in environment. My mind gets too settled in, and then I just need more noise to be like re-stimulated or stuff like that, you know.
For sure. I definitely know that. We'll get started in a few minutes, everyone. If you're joining in the room,
Colombia is definitely a
go on, Attila. I think
we lost
him.
him there.
Connection.
What I was going to say
damn.
is
The connection sucks, guys.
as you're driving.
I was
that's
gonna
okay.
say that. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was gonna say that Colombia is an awesome place to go to relieve some stress from the campaigns.
Yes.
and stimulate the mind.
Stimulate the mind. I love it.
And the awkward silence.
That's how we keep it. That's how we keep it PG.
Yeah, I like that. As I was saying, and we'll definitely get started soon. If you're in the room, a couple things to kick things off. There's a little plus button at the bottom. You can ping people that you follow or follow you to join in and join the conversation. That way they don't miss out if you think it's interesting to them. And then, of course, you can also follow any of the speakers or anyone in the room as well. So we will kick things off. So we'll do a welcome here. Just as a heads up, we are attempting to record this Clubhouse this time. That way we can try and use on some other medium. I know we've had some really great conversations in the Launchpad, as we call it. And we just want to make sure, we could use some of it on some other platforms to help spread some of the great knowledge we have. Our last conversation on lead generation 2 weeks ago was really well received. So our goal is obviously to have some and stimulate some conversations here on Clubhouse. But just as a heads up, it is being recorded. We'll see if it works. Clubhouse doesn't like you recording, even though they record everything we talk about. So we'll see how that goes. As a quick introduction, we'll definitely get to introducing our amazing guests soon. But for those of you in the audience who haven't been here before, the Launchpad is ClickDealer's series on affiliate marketing, where we do kind of an overview and a discussion each week on different topics in affiliate marketing. And this week, we're definitely going to do a more general conversation about the state of affiliate marketing in 2021. And we've got some excellent guests to join us. And before we introduce them, I just want to introduce my co-hosts here. We have Natalie, who's the head of our PR team, who's here from Ukraine. And then we have Audrey. Hey, Natalie. And we have Audrey as well, who is one of our senior affiliate managers from our office in Amsterdam. So welcome, ladies, to the podcast, or to not the podcast, the Clubhouse.
Hi, guys.
Awesome. And then again, obviously, my name is Henry. I'm the head of international business development at ClickDealer, and we together will act as kind of guides for this conversation. So I'm going to turn it over to Natalie to introduce our first guest, and then after she's introduced you, feel free to talk about yourself a little bit, introduce who you are and what you do. So take it away, Natalie.
Hey. I want to introduce our good friend Aki. He has started his affiliate marketing journey in 2011, ran traffic, built websites, and promoted e-commerce products. He's a founder of Affiliate Business Club, an international community with events organized worldwide, anywhere from New York to Moscow. Hey, Aki.
What up? How are you?
Could you tell us a little more about yourself? Maybe I missed something.
Actually, it's you already said like the most important things, but I think a good addition is that from now, after being an affiliate, and now we've also launched a performance marketing agency about a year and a half ago, and we started running campaigns for companies as an addition, together with obviously the affiliate business club community, which I am running together with the amazing guy living in or chilling in Bogota right now, in Fernando. So yeah, and our goal definitely this year for Affiliate Business Club is to share more knowledge, bring more people together, and build a high level community all over the world.
Yeah, it's a great coincidence that we have both of you on this
And
now.
we didn't even know from each other.
And the best part was you knowing what kind of phone he had without me even talking to him about it.
Yeah, because I was like, how's Ian joining? He never joined when I asked him, and now he's finally joining.
So I'll let actually Natalie. That's a good point. If you we can bring Natalie. Do you want to introduce Ian for the crowd?
Yep, of course. Ian has over a decade of experience in affiliate marketer and founder of Internet Media, a name that traffic source that vertical. He's running it. Making a name for himself through his blog, where he helps other affiliate marketers gain insights on everything from useful tools and tips online to what the future holds for our industry. Hey, Ian.
How you doing? How you doing?
Awesome. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about yourself, Ian, and for those who might not know who you are?
Yeah, sure. I guess I've been in this space for roughly about over 15 years. Basically started with eBay as a reseller. I basically couldn't handle dealing with people, so basically Googled how to make money without customers and found out about affiliate marketing, and then just pretty much historic after that. I pretty much went from doing probably $100 a month to $100 a day to $1,000 a day to six figures a day at my peak point. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, definitely welcome into the conversation. I'm looking forward to having you on. I know we've been working on some things closely with you already with ClickDealer, so this is just a nice natural progression to having you on here with us.
Yeah, no problem. Appreciate the invite for sure. I'm
Awesome.
always excited to talk about industry.
Awesome. And Audrey, you want to take it away with our next two guests?
Of course I will. So another guest of honor, we have 𝐭𝐚𝐮𝐧𝐜𝐡𝐩𝐚𝐿, who is a creator of 𝐶𝐻INEs, building scalable products for advertisers and affiliates. He is based in Tel Aviv, even though we heard that he just got back from Dubai, if I'm not mistaken. 𝐭𝐚 is a veteran of the affiliate marketing world and has spoken on stages around the world, including Affiliate World Asia Bangkok. 𝐭𝐚, would you like to shoot some more information for our listeners about yourself?
Sure. Thanks for the introduce. So yeah, I've been in the affiliate industry for a while now, running different kind of verticals. I started my way on the toolbar industry, moved to mobile content, leads, e-com, and recently, not that recently, it's been 3 or 4 years now that we are running 𝐶𝐻INEs, where we took a lot of the information we got as affiliates and started to build a platform for content sites. So now we have more than 30 O&O content sites that we manage, and then a lot of partners, other publishers, we manage their monetization, and we utilize it to gain a lot of traffic and then do a lot of cool stuff with it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, 𝐭𝐚. It's lovely to have you here. And our final guest of today is Attila, known as I'm Attila Online, and he's a founder of I'm Affiliate. And I think that this man needs no introduction, honestly. So if you have some extra info, Attila, please share with us all.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm Attila, and a lot of people know me as the guy behind Chad on Facebook. And yeah, that's it. I'm running lead gen these days and ecom, and always changing depending on what the industry brings. So always adapting to the new challenges.
Oh, you're always so humble, Attila.
It's actually a good place to start, guys. As we obviously for anyone in the crowd, if you have a question for our guests, and we'll obviously remind you can put your hand up at the bottom and ask questions, and then obviously because we have so many people here. Just to all the guests, we'll treat this as a round table. We'll have some questions, but feel free to jump in wherever you want. Now that we've introduced you, and I want to kick it off with kind of a general question. We're all experts in a different way in affiliate marketing. Some of us on the affiliate side, some of us have products, some of us are on the network side. So the way that I want to kick things off is obviously we finished what's been a very crazy 12 months in the affiliate marketing industry, where conferences have gone from offline to online. The product trends have changed. People are locked down. So I guess for you guys, I'd like to kind of open up and see what's really stood out to you about our industry over the last 12 months, and has anything really surprised you or impressed you with how our industry has kind of handled the last 12 months? So I'll start things off, and I'm actually going to throw this question to Ian first, obviously because you've just done a change of scenery. You're down in Colombia, and I'm gonna kick things off with you, and then I'd love to have everyone kind of join in as we go through.
Yeah, no problem. For me, it's been me personally, because of my personality. I think it's been kind of stressful. But the best part about being in Philly is just the versatility of trying to evolve and pushing the limits. In my case, I really do miss conferences. I miss the one-on-ones, just talking to people, because I'll meet people where I was at earlier in Puerto Rico. You'll just meet a couple of affiliates there. You hang out with them, chill with them. You kind of know their strategy, right? And then when you have another idea or maybe a roadblock, you bring it up to them, but you kind of almost expect the answer, what they're going to say. Whereas maybe if I'm at a conference, I can talk to 25 different people and give them the same exact ad scenario, and I would get 25 different pretty much answers. And then I would go home, try to reconsolidate everything and see how I can work that into my ad campaigns or business strategy. For me, it's just been kind of just stressful, just because I'm pretty much arguing with myself and my mental state and yelling at the wall, telling me, like, hey, you know what, that's a good idea, Ian. Nah, that's not a good idea. Nah, that's gonna work, So it's been a little harsh on my mental state.
I definitely
And
understand that for sure.
yeah, and that's why now I'm in Colombia, because when I was actually in St. Petersburg, I was going to actually move to Portugal because I was actually locked out of Vietnam where I was living, because I think March is when they started getting serious with COVID and countries started closing down. I was pretty lost. I'm like, oh snap, where do I need to go? So I had to go back to the States just to kind of feel safe, so I don't get locked in the country or whatever. So I decided from there to go to Puerto Rico, and then I think after 8 months being stagnant and being still, I was like, man, I just need to change scene a bit. I gotta re push my mind more. So then I came to Colombia. I've been here 2 weeks, and now a new scenery has helped me kind of open up my mind a little bit more. There's a bunch more internet marketers here from we're in Puerto Rico. So, yeah.
Awesome. I mean, it's definitely been a crazy year, and I think a lot of us can really understand and see the same kind of differences. I mean, I'm in Toronto, where in Canada, like we've got the longest lockdown right now in the world. So I could definitely echo a lot of what you're saying. Getting that change of scenery and going down there, and it's definitely. I'm sure a lot of our listeners can empathize with that. I want to kind of toss it to Aki, because Aki, in the last 12 months, you've done something a little bit different. You launched online conferences. Yours was one of the first. I was lucky to be involved with it when you launched your first one last year, and that's kind of picked up. So I'd love to hear from you, kind of, what surprised you and what you've been keeping busy with over the last 12 months.
Yeah, thanks. Actually, we were the first, and then managed to continue with another 5 after the first one. I'm definitely planning a few more this year. Keeping busy, I think the main thing actually, as I believe everyone does know me as a connector or networker. So the hardest thing was definitely sitting in your room and Me and Ian have been talking about it for so many times. Like, I think people just want to meet people in the end, and sitting in your room. Yes, you can chat to people, and you can still chat with people online, but it doesn't feel the same. Also, being on Zoom, it doesn't feel the same. So definitely looking forward for maybe our upcoming event in Dubai next month. But haven't been sitting still. Built a platform last year together with Ian, the Affiliate Business Club platform. We launched our beta version, and now it's actually like next month's time to launch big, promote it everywhere. And also in the meantime, we've built a virtual summit platform. So it's kind of like a mix of together where we do want to keep focusing on connecting more online and actually that everyone who comes to our events are still able to meet each other on our platform online. So it's kind of like a mix of things we're aiming to do, but it's definitely also more knowledge sharing, creating more courses, having people to start with affiliate marketing, and yeah, when when it goes back to traveling, then hopefully have some fun again.
Awesome, awesome. And from those conferences you've done, obviously that was a whole new world, and seeing it to kind of pivot on that. Where do you see, like, after COVID and things get back to normal? Do you see yourself still pushing forward with those online events? Like, is that something you think is going to be the future? And I'd love anyone can jump in. I know we want to get back in person, but do you see value in those online events in the future?
A lot. I think it won't go away. It's like we've had, I think, our first event, people from over 100 countries joining the event, and this actually just opened my eyes. I mean, like, and blew my mind that it's like, hey, we're reaching people in the suburbs of Brazil, but also from Morocco, from Egypt, and also like European countries. And I think in the future there will actually be more hybrid. I've been talking to quite some conference organizers also like outside the affiliate marketing, digital marketing space, and this was also one of the reasons why we wanted to build a virtual summit platform to be able to help like conference organizers with making the shift to hybrid. Since we've already organized virtual summits, we know how it goes. We at least we assume how to know that what's important to keep up the engagement. But we do see like it's hard. It became harder to get more engagement in the last event compared to our first event, because our first event was in April last year. So it was actually when the worldwide lockdowns just happened. It was just like, okay, bomb, virtual summit. Everyone was like, oh, it's going to be a short lockdown, and we want to do some stuff to expand our knowledge. And we saw like people being engaged for 3 days in a row, 8 hours a day. And the last summit, you see like the engagement drop 2 days in a row. You had to like fight for like 3 4 hours of top engagement. So I think in the future too, it's definitely going to move forward, and it's going to be a mix. But it just more there's a lot more opportunity for people to reach more people.
Yeah, that's amazing what you're saying, and that a lot of people are finding the new opportunities. And actually, what I wanted to say, because I was like, now since we're all kind of stuck in places, and I myself have been doing more readings. And last month, there was an article that came. And it was, I will just quote it, and because I really want to hear your opinion, guys. So, and Attila, just jump in on this. And it was saying that affiliate marketing isn't dead, but it's past its glory days. For the vast majority of people, it's not worth entering the affiliate marketing industry in 2021. So, with that, I see Attila is already ready to jump in. So, I really, really want to hear your opinion, guys. So, let's go.
That it's funny you bring this one up because I just had an interview with an online magazine about this topic, which is gonna go live soon. But yeah, like that's the Charles NGO article that I think you're talking about.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and my problem with that is that, affiliate marketing was killing it when he was selling the 10K per person program. As soon as it's no longer cool and stuff and he's doing something else, then we shit on affiliate marketing. I really don't agree with this kind of approach, because I'm the type of person who doesn't go back and take a dump on things that made me lots of successes. So as far as the article goes, yeah, like affiliate marketing is dead. Like the old way of doing affiliate marketing definitely is dead, but it's not dead. You just have to change and accept the facts, which are way more policies, increase in CPMs and ad costs, more competition, and less margins. You can no longer blast multiple accounts on Facebook saying that Oprah died and expect to make 100 plus profit margin using misleading claims and fake bullshit. And that's the problem of a lot of these bro marketers that were killing it, is because they were just making their angles that they were so proud of by just looking up, which are the hottest new celebs, with the most followers, and they would just change the name and change the first sentence on the lander, and then they would call that marketing. That isn't marketing. Like these days, you really have to be a nerd. You really have to test a lot. You really have to dial in the campaigns, and you can still make money, but it's way more work. So yeah, that's my
Yeah.
take and opinion on the whole thing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's just affiliate marketing definitely is not dead. I think, you can still make a lot of money as an affiliate to different networks, from the big ones of Amazon to this, the one that we know, all the affiliate network that you see on conferences, and obviously ClickDealer. So, when I started, you were just throwing offers into different DSPs or Google or Facebook or whatever, and it was converting pretty fast. And it was pretty easy start. As for now, you should definitely learn more. You should read more. You should understand a bit more technical, and you should understand marketing more. You should understand how the funnel works, how the user look at the ads. And yeah, I think there is a lot of opportunities still. I don't know if it's how you can frame affiliate marketing, but as I see it, is far from dead.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in here real quick because me and Charles were actually, well, I guess not talking via phone, but we were chatting via Twitter, and I basically said that it's definitely evolving. I mean, like anything, everything evolves over. You just gotta adapt to it. And I think Charles mentioned me in the tweet saying that it's better to start off doing ecom or anything that you want to do that's more sustainable than start off with affiliate marketing. Where I kind of disagree with that, just because it's, yes, it is definitely getting harder, but it is the most frictionless way to make money. There's no need to figure out merchants, drop shipping. You don't need to figure out inventory. You don't have to do customer service. All you have to focus on is conversions, right? And once a person understands how to actually do the marketing, go from lead to offer or convert to offer through different DSP, different media platforms, then yeah, you can definitely evolve into something more complicated, which is maybe starting an ecom brand. You know what I mean? Because a lot of affiliates, they think that this is like one shot in the dark, and you can make X amount of money, and then they can be like, okay, I can evolve into drop shipping because I don't have to touch the inventory. But then they think it's just an easy way out for everything when it's really not. I actually made a video about how affiliate marketing should be your baseline to figuring out if you want to do an ecom brand, to do lead gen or pay per call or whatever. This way you can understand the audience. Like people that talk to me about they want to start their own ecom brand, I'll tell them, hey, why don't you just first promote an ecom offer, figure out if it's really meant for you before you actually get into creating the merchant, getting into customer service, hiring a team, and all that, right? It's super important to understand that, yeah, affiliate marketing is not as easy as what it was. Because I remember personally that I can just throw up a Justin Bieber ringtone on Google's text ads, and I made $1,000. It was that easy back in the day. Obviously, you can't do that now because there are regulations, privacy issues. Everybody's very, very emotional now. So these are things that are causing the ease of affiliate marketing to be a little bit harder. It was just the evolution of society, ads, things like that, like Attila was saying. But in that sense, it is the easiest way to get started on understanding how to do online marketing. You have to figure out your demos, you understand traffic sources, how they work out, what you need to blacklist, what do you need to whitelist, etc. So I think as long as you're constantly learning every day, making mistakes, then you should be fine. I don't think it is ever dying because somebody always needs a broker.
Yeah. I love a lot of what you said there, Ian. I think one thing that's really common for those of us who've been around for a while is we always say, oh, it's not as easy as it used to be. But with all that extra regulation and technology, we have way more opportunity now, I feel like, to actually, as affiliate marketers, to make more sustainable money. We have tools like Facebook targeting or a better understanding of how audiences work and how, to properly market than before. Like, as you said, you could throw up a Justin Bieber ringtone and you could make money, but is that really a business? Right. And so for people long term now, and the opportunity from what I see, and people will say, oh, it was easier back then. Sure, but we have tools now that can make it easier if you're willing to put in the work, and really understand, and as some of you guys have already said, like really put in that effort to grow something and build something. And as Attila was talking about lead generation, you can put in that time to build a real campaign. And we've had guys for the last 12 months just running crazy amounts on windows and roofing, for example, in the US. The white hat lead generation, they're able to provide real leads to real people, and it's a sustainable business for them. It might not be 500% ROI, but they're getting their ROI that's they can build an actual business around. So I think, it's very premature, and we love to do it every couple of years and say internet marketing is dead. It seems like, beyond, that time, or, oh, there's nothing to talk about, let's say affiliate marketing is dead. So from my point of view, obviously from the network side, we see ample opportunity. And as you guys obviously do, you just have to be a little creative sometimes, or look at different places and think about it a little bit differently. So I definitely love all those points that you guys are coming up with here, in terms of, in response to that article. I actually read that article and laughed. So I'm glad you brought it up, Audrey.
I mean, the big difference is, I think, for sure, is like once you mess around with a bunch of traffic sources, you kind of figure out how to intertwine every traffic source into maybe one, right? Like, I mean, there's strategies that I use that rarely nobody does, by like just arbitraging clicks into Facebook so I can get a cheaper CPC right off the gate, rather than letting Facebook go through a 7-day learning phase and then over time lowering my CPCs. So once you understand like the intertwines of internet marketing, I can say, then you can definitely have a pure strategy on how to do your lead gens, email marketing, your DSP buys, etc.
And think about all the resources that are available now, right? Like back in the day, you had a few forums and whatever, but now you've got YouTube, you've got Instagram, you've got obviously more paid forums and more premium forums. There's so much information for people now to really learn these barriers to get in and do stuff like you're talking about, guys, which I really love. It's a lot easier in 2021 during a global pandemic for people to transition in. And I think that's a good point to kind of shift the topic a little bit. I'd love to ask Attila and Aki, because you both work a lot with communities, are you seeing a shift of new people getting into the industry with the pandemic and what's going on? And are you seeing an opportunity there? It might be more for Attila, on where people are trying out affiliate marketing and are finding success in different ways?
Well, the thing is, people, it seems like they're going for the click funnel stuff. Like, you just one funnel away, like this dream. Like, everybody wants to make a lot of money and do very little work. Like, the people that join my forum, for example, they're realistic. Like, in all of our advertising, we push the angle that it takes, time, and you have to work in order to make it work, because I don't want people to join and then think that they can get some kind of button that they press and then they make money. Like with ClickFunnels, you have this I don't know, fantasy that, oh, you just gotta build a funnel. So there's people, you know, like taking out loans and spending $15,000 to build a stupid funnel, which is nothing more than a bunch of, you know, landing pages hooked together and stuff like that. And then they build the funnel and they believe, oh my god, there's no money coming, like nothing's happening, you know. And then they realize, shit, you gotta learn paid ads. And they're like, what's paid ads? And then that's when they realize it's not for them, you know, because they believed the ClickFunnels hype that you just build a funnel, it's one funnel away, and you're gonna make $1 million. So yeah, like that's my opinion. Like people that actually are willing to work and put in the effort needed to make money, they can make money, but it's very little compared to all these dreamers that want everything for free at a push of a button. So yeah, that's pretty sad, but that's the reality.
Yeah,
Bro, you really do hate ClickFunnels.
and Charles, I'm sorry. No, but actually, what I wanted to say is definitely right. But also, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say the word, but I think that the old way of quick black hat tactics it's getting harder. And I'm not saying black hat is done, but I think back in the days it was super easy to just put anything online and get pretty good to extraordinary results. So you would feel comfortable, and there's a lot of guys who blew up their numbers, obviously saying they were just doing good, and they say they made a fortune and just by spending quite some cash at one conference they're going to, and not all conferences, for example. But the new way is definitely, at least what we see now, it's moving more to native pops and yes, ecom, but it's not saying that it's dead. It's I think a lot of companies are now just thinking like, fuck, what are the affiliates doing? But I think that the relationship now with the affiliate, it's much more important than it was before.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. No, it's a great conversation. We're about 30 minutes into this Clubhouse conversation. So just to reset the room, if you've joined us, keep in mind you can press the hands up button and ask any of our guests a question. Audrey or Natalie will bring you on stage, and we're more than happy to take questions from the audience. So you're more than welcome to hop on board and ask a question to our panel. And of course, we're talking about the state of affiliate marketing as we look in 2021 and look ahead. We've talked a lot about the past, so it'd be really great for us to look ahead. And obviously, we learn from the past, and we talk about how we got here. But looking forward is kind of what we've started talking about here, that trend of moving away from Black Hat and moving to new traffic sources and looking at what that next thing is in the industry. There's lots of emerging traffic sources. You have your TikToks, your Snapchat. Obviously, people are running ads on Reddit or Quora or wherever. I'd love to hear from you guys where you guys see might be the next opportunity, whether it's a traffic type or a vertical. What you guys are seeing in the next year, where you guys think there's an opportunity for affiliates who want to either get started or want to try something new. I'll start off with Attila because I can see he unmuted himself pretty quickly.
I believe the opportunity is there, like to use the skills of an affiliate marketer, Black Hat, even just slightly adjusted. Like I have this problem, right? Like with we're doing lead gen, and my problem is with Black Hatters. They come in and they're like, "Yeah, man, I won the Lambo. I need the money." So they're just like, fill this out and get free loan for your roof, or get a free, like solar panel install. And then they blast, like right away max out the thing because it's converting. And then the advertiser's like, fuck, stop this. And then the advertiser pulls the entire offer. And guys like me that understand that it's all about quality, like real people that actually want the solar panels, or they need new windows or a new roof or whatever, we get kicked off too, because these Black Hatters that don't understand, it's not shady like trials where the advertiser is also shady, they don't understand this concept. So the opportunity is in lead gen, but people have to learn that you cannot blast with misleading and Black Hat style ads, because it's not going to be good for them and it's not going to be good for anybody, you know. So lead gen definitely, in my opinion, is the future. The more connections you have, like you said, the better, because then you can get exclusives on special lead gen campaigns, you know, like that, let's say ones that don't need a lot of leads every day, but fuck, even 100 leads at, you know, $20 each, that's 2K of revenue. So you can set that pretty much on auto after you dial it in and make like 30% ROI, I mean profit margin. So
I definitely agree. And I mean, one of the examples, and I want to hear from everyone else, but the auto industry, auto loan and auto insurance got hit with a lot of fraud and aggressive ads in January. And there's been a huge bouncing effect that we've seen on the network side where there's been a lot of affiliates and people who weren't paid or charged back, and where buyers are trying to manage, where there's a lot of these black hat pubs moving from other areas. They all jumped onto auto because the barrier to entry was low. And we saw some ridiculous ads. They were basically just putting, you know, an auto ad into another lender and just hoping it would work with like a celebrity angle or something like that. And there was a huge bounce effect because the industry itself is now recovering on the affiliate side where payouts, you know, at the default level are way lower. So new people wanting to get in can't compete with, you know, the top dogs that were grandfathered in. And we're definitely seeing, you know, because of that effect you're talking about, Attila, a huge impact. That's a great point. Ian, I'd love to hear your ideas on this as well of what you think is a big opportunity in the future for, you know, the next 6-12 months, whether it's a traffic source or a vertical.
Yeah, just to piggyback off what Attila said, though, I think the biggest issue is that a lot of affiliates that come on, they just become pretty greedy. Whereas I don't know if it's because we're older and we're like, oh, we understand both sides as an advertiser, we understand the affiliate side, we understand the traffic side. Everybody has to make money somewhere. Where I'm assuming new affiliates. I mean, that's the way I thought of it when I was a younger affiliate. It's like, hey, I'm just paid for the conversion. Who cares about my affiliate manager? Who cares about the network? As long as they pay me, I'm good. I think there's also that misunderstanding that affiliates brand new don't understand how to treat their advertisers, the affiliate networks, affiliate managers as part of their business extension. And I think that's where a lot of the flaws are in the affiliate marketing. You know, but to the evolution of affiliate marketing, I think it's going to be all about segmented traffic because I do advertise on Quora, I buy Medium, you know, Reddit, things like that, just because I feel like they're more concentrated traffic sources to a specific demographic, right? I think it's getting more complicated for, let's say, Facebook and Google for an average person to understand. Oh, this is Google figuring out the best prospect for my offer versus maybe I can just target Wall Street bets on Reddit, you know, and just promote a binary option offer on there, you know, which actually they don't allow too much. You have to angle it into lead gen, but you have. I mean, I feel like that's where it's going to be. The problem with that is that not a lot of affiliates will understand to look at a website and go directly to the source. You know, I remember when I was doing DSP and buying DSP through Google, I was wondering, hey, I wonder if I can just go directly to this website and just buy directly and have a better deal and get a better CPM than what Google provided me. You know, these are the types of mindsets that affiliates have where they're just super creative. They're just like, hey, how cheap can I get my CPM CPCs, and how quickly can I think about this? Is it better? Most of my traffic from Google is coming from this one site. Let me just go directly and get a better CPM, right? And this is why I think segmented traffic sources like Quora, Medium, Reddit, even Pinterest, you know, are going to be super. I think going to be super useful in the future than somebody wanting to go to Google or Facebook. I mean, to scale, yeah, you'll end up going to Google and Facebook, but to start off, I think concentrated traffic sources or concentrated mediums are going to be the wave on it. As far as vertical, it's still going to be the same niches, the evergreen niches, you know, health, wealth, and dating. So I don't think anything changes that.
Yeah, I want to add to this that I met in Dubai with a few affiliates that are kicking ass on YouTube, which I don't hear a lot of people run. And we are in 2020 until now we are running pretty high volume on Twitter as well, which I know a lot of affiliates or none of the affiliates are running. So I think there is a lot of opportunities on all those traffic sources Jan mentioned, and there is obviously more. Regarding entry point, it was always, when you started, you were in redirect or pops or push, or now it's SMS maybe. But you start with those and you evolve, I guess.
Yeah, I think what's happening is that back in the day, it was easy to just put up an AdSense on your site, but then once Car blows up or CNBC blows up, or and they know they have the volume, they just open up their own ad inventory and just sell directly. They know that. This is what's happening with like the streaming world. Netflix was the only one. Now they lost their licenses to like Disney, so Disney decided to do their own. We're going in a state of self competition. I mean, instead of brokering it out, let me just own it, right? And that's where everything is evolving into. Because the amount of traffic you can get on a brand new app, as long as you market it properly in high volume, you can capture a huge audience quickly within a week's time. And I think a lot of businesses understand that.
That's a really interesting point about we were kind of going through that transition, like you said, Ian, where before, it was easier for someone else to deal with it. So you threw up an AdSense, let them deal with it. I get my piece of the pie. But now there's so many more solutions for people to sell it themselves and really understand and keep that in house. I think that's a really good point to build off of. That it is a shift that's happening where we need to be aware of. I mean, it's something on the network side that we've really been looking at from the lead gen side. Obviously, the traditional network just, is a middleman. You broker offers between affiliates and advertisers. You cover losses. You add value in that way. One of the things that we've really been exploring and, we'll be coming out with in Q2 and Q3 that's exciting for us is really getting back more on the product side ourselves. So offering our own products in lead gen, especially in the US market, and probably might get in trouble for talking about it already, but some stuff that we're launching, and that's something we're seeing. Like, why are we in that sense just selling off the lead when we can monetize it ourselves? We can deal with the big, loan brokers and everything ourselves. And so a little bit different, but still kind of that same idea of, taking that personal ownership of what you're doing and increasing your own value, as Ian had said there. So I find that really interesting and something that we're seeing on our side for sure.
Yeah, I think with the internet being so open now, I mean, you can literally find anything you need with just a couple keywords, download, buy a license, and boom, you have an affiliate network. You can create an offer, you can start your own traffic source, you can create your own push database, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's just super easy now. Plus, the rise of like tech developers that's rising, they can pretty much build whatever you have an idea of within 24 hours. It's also crazy in itself.
Yeah, it really is. We interviewed a tech dev in Toronto the other day, for example. The other day, last month, and we had something like 250 applications for people between the ages of like 18 and 25, just looking for work to build apps and to do tech development. And so when you say there's people that can build stuff for you really quickly, it's crazy how many people out there are, especially over the last 12 months, have taken the time where, there hasn't maybe been work or they've been on, unemployment or whatever, and they've been able to hone their skills, and people are just willing to work and break through in an industry. So there's so much opportunity there for sure. Audrey or Natalie, I know you guys had a couple questions, so I wanted to throw it over to one of you guys if you have something you guys think would be beneficial to the audience. But also, if you're in the audience, remember, you can raise your hand and ask a question. Obviously, we'll continue the conversation going, but we're really happy if you want to raise your hand and ask a question to our guests. And of course, if you want to hear any of us speak again in the future, or follow people, you can follow their profile and you get notified when we go live with the room again. So Natalie or Audrey, I'll let one of you guys take things over for a sec.
Yeah, I want to jump into verticals, and we all understand that lead gen will rise and shine in 2021. And the first come all the times classics of affiliate marketing as evergreen verticals such as dating, gaming, finance, maybe, and e-commerce. And guys, are you waiting for the big comeback of the travel niche, or this niche is already dead?
I mean, I personally don't do travel. I mean, I've tested it, but I mean, I should have actually. I actually had a traveling blog and promoted like virtual mailboxes. But I mean, I only did a couple hundred. Not really too big into travel. As far as other niches, I'm more into the evergreen stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I tried travel in the past as well, like booking.com offer for lead gen and stuff like that. And it didn't work out. I believe for travel stuff, SEO works way better when people are searching for travel related stuff and then they see, like an ad or it's natively written into the article that they're reading and then they go through it. I think that works better. But what worked for me many years ago, which I see still around, like Glasses USA offer. What I did back then is I actually hired a bunch of people on Fiverr, and I just asked them like, "Hey, do you have any glasses that you could, like model in the video?" And then I uploaded it to YouTube, and I just wrote a really good description and all this stuff, and I got a couple sales, and it only cost me like $10 per video, basically. So that's actually I was doing something different than affiliate marketers back then. This was like a century ago, now probably like 7 years ago. One of the videos is still up on YouTube and gotten a lot of views. But yeah, like you never know what's gonna work until you try. So with lead gen, like you seriously have endless options because lead gen, I mean, why I really like it and believe is the future of performance marketing is because you can like get leads in home improvement, you can get leads for like services, you can get leads for all kinds of different industries and sectors, and they need leads, right? Like in order to stay in business, they're going to need more and more leads because they don't know how to master different traffic sources and they don't have the time. So if they can pay people per lead, it's going to be a really appealing way for businesses to get new customers through their door.
Nice. Thank you.
I want
Yeah.
to add something there, Audrey, actually, before we move off travel.
Go.
I joined in a Clubhouse over the weekend, and it's really funny you bring this up because I don't know if travel booking will be big because there's going to be a demand anyway, and there's already going to be competition and it's going to be saturated. I think travel adjacent stuff is going to be what can really pick up, whether it's, travel guides like ebooks. Like if you're creating ebooks for top destinations and you've got a blog and you can sell ebooks on traveling for when, the pandemic's over and you put together like top 20 destinations and you market it that way, you can get content put together really, really easily. It's something like that could be really, really helpful. Or e-commerce products like passport holders or luggage or other e-commerce stuff. I know Hen and his company do a lot of different e-commerce products, so maybe you can add in there. But stuff that's adjacent to travel booking but isn't travel booking, I think will be a huge opportunity for those people who are planning 3, 4, 5 months ahead now for as the world, quote unquote, goes back to normal. So one of the best ideas I've heard is someone who was explaining his ebook process where with any event that's happening in the world, he basically plans ahead and gets, someone on Fiverr or a ghostwriter for a set amount of money to write a book for him. He, obviously like any ebook, he'll put it together, he'll market it, and that's how he makes his profits. So he's working on something like 10, 15 travel books right now for different hotspots and places that people haven't been able to travel to. And he's just going to use the natural, organic growth. And I think if you have a travel blog or you can build up that kind of stuff, e-com products and travel adjacent products can be really big, even if you're not in the the booking game, which I think is going to be super saturated, and it can be really difficult to work in.
That's actually pretty true because I watched some YouTubers that they expose how like they do some of their traveling sources, and a lot of them just makes ebooks on food, where to go, top 10 places, and then you have these pickup guides in every country, just how to pick up women, how to say certain things to talk to girls. Like it's pretty. I mean, they're still in the evergreen niches, but yeah, you're right. They just basically do whatever they make a product based on their location. I didn't push it.
Have any of you guys? I know Attila's sold an ebook before. Like, have any of you other guys done ebooks as well? And is that something you would recommend to affiliates? Just because now it's kind of a topic that's come up.
Yeah, I think so. I've done ebooks in the past. I built like Twitter, Facebook. I don't know if you guys remember Jonathan Volk. I actually came out with a Facebook course, and then literally a week later he came out with one, and then we were basically buying ads to compete against each other. I think it's useful, and that's kind of the goal that we have with like me and Aki with Affiliate Business Club, just trying to have information and trying to expand my knowledge onto a platform where we can share that information. Digital products. I mean, shit. I sell fucking sounds and Instagram filters. So it can work.
Awesome. Anyone else have something to build off of that?
There's something called no content books that people are publishing on Amazon, and they're making money with it. But I think now, like, this was something that has been around for a long time, and a lot of these ideas are now getting saturated. Like, I heard about it by mistake reading some site, and that's usually too late. But that's like coloring books, for kids and stuff like that. Like, you could just go around the internet, find cartoon characters, and just turn them into like two colors, basically like an outline, and then put it into a one book, and there would be like no content, really, like no written word, basically, just like images, and then you could sell that. And people were like launching thousands of these different kind of ebooks, like consistently every day, let's say 10 of them or 50 or 100, depending on how big their operation was, the same way that they were doing print on demand. Like there's this thing called podturbo.com, which lets you publish, I think, 100 or 200 products to Etsy every single day automatically. So the same kind of concept is being done for books on Amazon, and it's really hard to make it work. Like when I heard about the print on demand stuff, then I put 3 people on my team on it, and we tried it for I think 3 or 4 months. But if you don't run paid ads, for example, on Etsy, and if you don't run paid ads on KDP, which is the Amazon book publishing platform, you're just going to get buried like among all the other books that are being updated. So you really have to rely on paid advertising on the platforms themselves that you publish to, because just thinking that, if I publish a lot, then some are going to get caught in someone's search isn't how it is in the real life, just because there's so many people doing the same thing. So they actually prefer, I guess, to give like organic reach to people that advertise their ebook. At least that's been my experience on Amazon.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Well, Audrey, I'll let you kind of continue with things there as we go along then.
Yeah, I know that we shifted to ebooks and reading and this kind of industry, but I kind of want to dial it back.
I love reading though.
Yeah, I know. I saw it on your blog actually that you were recommending some books. But I wanted to actually come back to the topic of traveling because, Ian is abroad in Colombia and just got back. And Aki, at the beginning, before we actually started, you mentioned the conference in Dubai. So I want to just kind of toss it over there and to hear your opinions, because as far as I understand, all of us are super social people and we miss the social aspect of affiliate marketing. So what's your take for the rest of the year for 2021? How it will be with conferences? Are you excited about any of them? I know Aki is a speaker, so maybe you want to share some more info on that. And what's your take on the events this year?
Well, I definitely believe events will, like, it will 100% come back this year. I think it's just a matter of how big. At least I know in Holland, since I'm based here in Amsterdam, it's I know the government have been testing with events up until 1,500 people, and then they create like certain bubbles because they want to open up like the theaters, like sports games and festivals mainly, and musea. So, like this shows like a good perspective that governments have been planning to test, and I heard from quite some people that at least in summer there it's going to be able to have, let's say, have people like 500 people in a room inside, so not only outside, because these 1,500 people were like for outside, by the way. So looking at that, I hope at least Amsterdam is going to be one of the first countries or cities where it's going to be able. I do assume worldwide it's going to like follow and be the same. So smaller type of events. And I think like the mass traveling and mass conferences, like 5K plus conferences, that's going to probably come back next year. But like we're really like focusing on getting back to the smaller events this year.
I want to add that, here in Israel, pretty much, I don't know how much is it, but like 70% of the population or 60% got vaccinated already, and things got back to pretty normal super fast. So it took like a few weeks of adaptation, and yeah, now it's like, okay, you forgot that, and there's still mask and stuff, and there's still some limitation, but seems like the quoted experiment is working, and if enough people would get vaccinated, I don't know how you feel about it, but anyway, it seems that it's just really getting back to normal fast. So I think it depends on that on different countries, but obviously here there are already being done events, and you can go back to concert and show and I don't know, whatever.
We're kind of in the same boat too as a company, and just from the network side, like we're so global. We obviously have a team in Ukraine, we have a team in Amsterdam, team in North America, and then Erwan, who's in the chat's one of our sales managers. He's actually in Brazil, and we've got people all over the place. And so we have the same kind of challenges as a company. If you guys are familiar with 𝐶𝐿, I think we went to like 50 events the year, like I guess 2019 now. It's a long time ago. And obviously I was traveling like crazy. So right now in Canada, for us, if I want to go to a conference, I'm good with going to a conference even if I get vaccinated. We have a 2-week period when we come back, and like it costs us whatever, an arm and a leg. So for us, it's a bit more complicated. But then I know we'll be sending people to conferences from other offices too. So I'm super interested to see what the first few events look like. And I think on my calendar, I pinpoint, I think Affiliate World Bangkok could be the next big show for a lot of people, just on the timeline and stuff, to get everyone in a room together, and see a lot of familiar faces.
Unless Aki will decide to do small business club meeting in Amsterdam or in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, no, or in Dubai.
It's coming. Coming.
I had like a great experience of flying to Dubai, where you still need to do a test here, and then a test in Dubai airport when you land, but then you get a text after like 6 to 12 hours that you're fine and you can go around. So there is no kind of quarantine over there. Mm-hmm. And then you come back to Israel, you do a test here, and if you have a vaccination, approval, you don't have quarantine here. So literally I was just, again, it's almost back to normal. You just need to do some tests. So other countries will adopt it, and also here I took my daughter to a show, and they do like you cannot vaccinate like children yet, but then they are doing a test, and you get an answer in 15 minutes, and boom, you're in. So the technology, if you can say it's there, you just need more countries to apply it.
I had a lot of friends telling me to move to Tel Aviv years ago, and I really feel like I missed the boat on that one.
Yeah.
Attila, I don't know. Obviously, you go to conferences, and we've seen you there. Like, well, just to kind of tail on, and Ian, do you guys have anything to add to what Audrey asked, or anything you guys are thinking about?
Well, I really miss conferences, right? I'm not like Aki, and I'm not like Ian that loves, like networking and going out there and stuff. Like, I'm totally like introvert, I love being by myself and stuff like that. But all these lockdowns and everything is taking its toll. Like, I really want to go to the shows and like network and do like Ian's kind of stuff, like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So, yeah,
I'm not
like
that hyper.
yeah. I can't wait though. Like, seriously, it's gonna be so awesome. And they announced that okay, we can finally return to normal again. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, same here. I'm looking forward to it for sure. I definitely miss the interaction, the diverse conversations, even if it's just talking about life to campaigns to even type of draft beer in Thailand that they're making. So I think, especially I know my personality, it needs a high octane stimulant for conversation to happen for me. So hopefully, I'm very hopeful that this year some conferences will open up.
I fully agree with that. Oh, sorry. Go on, Natalie. You jump in from the click dealer side because I know this is what you deal with all the time.
From the PR side, I can tell exactly that the main business present on the conference will be a mask and a sanitizer.
Okay, guys, I see we have one question, so I just want to invite Marina. Oh no, she didn't raise her hand anymore. So yeah.
Oh no, Marina's on the stage. Marina.
Oh yeah, perfect. So Marina,
I
just
invited
introduce
her.
yourself and shoot away.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Hello.
Awesome. I hope everyone is doing well and staying sane. I guess there's people from all over the world here, but I just wanted to hop on here and let you guys know that here in the US, I mean, we have Affiliate Summit East set to happen in July in New York, also Affiliate Summit West happening in Vegas. The end of the year, I think they set it for November. And things are starting to open up in Vegas. They have new hotels opening up there too. So I think it's going to be a somewhat normal back to normal year for conferences. I know Florida has had already a lead generation world in Orlando where people went in person and networked and got back to some of the shenanigans. And there is also a show called Geek Out. They had one. I don't know if they had one in San
Geek
Juan,
out,
but they are
the
having one in
boys.
Miami coming up. So things are getting back there, and so I think it's just a matter of people deciding to get up and go again, and obviously as long as you respect your comfort zone and whatever you're willing to do. But I have a feeling that this year is going to show everybody that we can get back out there and network again.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's great to see that organizers are putting them on. I know, like, Lead Gen World's actually a favorite conference of mine. I was really upset that I couldn't get to it this year. So, the U.S. seems to be like they'll be back to normal pretty soon. So, I guess it'll be a case of how many international people will come to conferences and that sort of thing. But it'll definitely be, I think sooner rather than later. Like I said, for me, Affiliate World Bangkok seems to be what I'm most excited for, Affiliate World Asia. But I think it would be great to see some of these events happen for sure. Anyone else? Do you have any questions, Marina, or you just wanted to come on and share that yourself? While you've got the stage, Marina, it's open if you have any questions or anything you want to
No,
ask.
you guys, sorry. I never. This is actually the first time I ever opened my mouth in Clubhouse.
Well, welcome. It's awesome.
Welcome.
So I just wanted to share some as what's going on, and I keep an eye out for events coming up, and so I just figured I'd share if anybody wasn't sure if they were about to happen or not. So no questions, but thanks for having me.
Amazing. Thanks for joining. That's what Clubhouse is all about. Aki, it looked like you were going to jump in there for a sec.
I had it still on mute, but I think talking about the Geek Out guys, if anyone is in need, can I do some promotion out here? I want to get permission first.
For sure. We're going to actually, as we wrap things up, I'm going to give you guys each a chance to kind of promote whatever you want to promote out there. So, Aki, you can kick it off.
I think thank you so much, Marina, for saying it, because I love the Geek Out guys, work with them, also organized 2 events with them last year. If anyone is in the US, go to Geek Out or go to geekoutedu.com. Geekoutedu.com for them to watch. And if we can do some self promo, also might as well just start off. Go to affiliatebusinessclub.com. Ian and me are launching a social network, social learning experience for affiliate marketers worldwide, working on many cool things, also with companies. And I think it's a good time to set the stage for talking with you guys with ClickDealer, because we also want to be starting working with you guys more and more. But that's it for now, and follow everyone who's on stage.
Yeah, for sure. You can click on anyone's photo, and that's a good point, Aki. Click on their photo, and if you follow them, you'll get notified when they start a room. I know Ian is new to Clubhouse, but I'm sure we'll see him on stage. I know that Aki and Hen have participated in the Ad World events that have happened already. So if you want to hear more from our speakers, make sure you click on their photo. You can follow them. And then this event's actually hosted by ClickDealer and Launchpad. So if you follow that group, as we do more talks as well, you can actually be notified every time we go live with that sort of stuff. So I'll kind of move one by one. And Attila, you moved in next to Aki. So Attila, is there anything you want to put out there? I know you've been very successful with your Chad versus Nerd series, but anything for you want to say as a closing thought?
Yeah, like try different traffic sources for lead gen. Don't just use Facebook, because I'm seeing an insane rise of competition on Facebook. And I believe that YouTube is actually a really good place, but you need to make a cool video which serves as a landing page to educate the people and catch their attention. So YouTube, and also like display, where you actually go and find specific placements for what you believe has your right target audience. But don't just do Facebook, because what's going to happen is what happened last year with Taboola and CPA ecom offers, is that it's going to be a race to the bottom. Everyone's going to be on Facebook. Everyone's going to be running like Windows remodel or whatever, and no one's going to make money. So do something different, and that's where profits are going to come from.
Awesome. Thank you, Attila. I appreciate you hopping on. Hen.
Yo. So, yeah, I think that, everyone are scared from regulations. And I think that usually regulations are doing good stuff in the long run. So if you got like your own mindset set for the long run, and you do it properly, and you, as you mentioned, there's so much, knowledge around. So learn how to search well, knowledge, and hold tight. And yeah, I think we're going to be here for a while.
Awesome. Thanks, Hen. And I'll let Ian close things out. Ian, anything you want to pop out there? I know you and I are going to record a video later this afternoon, so I'm excited for that to go live. But do you have anything you want to pop out there for the listeners?
Not really. Just go ahead and read up on ianfernando.com. Obviously, join Affiliate Business Club. State affiliate marketing is definitely not dying, just evolving. I think it's the best way to really learn how to do any sort of marketing, right? I agree with Attila to do lead gen stuff. I myself do internal lead gen for my own stuff as well. So if you want to be successful in anything on the internet, you just got to be consistent and just fail as much as you can. I know people hate hearing the word failure, but technically that's how you got to do it. Because I know myself, I've lost lots of money to learn how to make X amount of money. So it's part of the process.
Yeah, I mean, it's never a failure if you're learning something and you're moving forward, right? So awesome. Thank you to all of our amazing speakers for joining us. Aki, Attila, Ian, Hen. Of course, Marina, thank you for your question. And Audrey and Natalie, thank you for co-hosting. As always, we will be here Thursdays at 12 p.m. Eastern. We'll do the Launchpad every single week. If you want to be notified when we go live, you can click on the Launchpad name at the top and follow that group. You can also follow any of our speakers again. And if you have suggestions for topics or you want speakers to come out and talk, you can email or follow our Click Dealer on Instagram at Click Dealer. Easy to find, and you can send them a message, and we're always happy to take guest requests or topic requests. So thanks again for joining us. Thank you everyone who was listening for the last hour and 10 minutes, maybe hour and 20 because Attila started early. So thanks everyone for joining. For myself, the last promotion I'll say, Click Dealer is still running its Nitro competition. So you can sign up and you still have a chance to win an exciting Porsche Taycan e-car. Really exciting competition we have going on. You can find Click Dealer through my bio or at clickdealer.com. So thanks everyone for joining, and we will see you next week at 12 p.m. Eastern for the next episode of the Launchpad. Thanks everybody.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I
Thank
just want to
you.
correct you on
what'd you say, Ian?
Porsche. I just want to correct you on the pronunciation of Porsche. It's Porsche, since I've had and loved Porsche.
So you can tell I'm not a car guy, right?
Yeah.
That's the benefit
Okay, guys,
of working from
appreciate it.
home for a year. I don't have a second car anymore because I'm working from home. So Ian, thanks for that. We'll cut that out of the edit, but everyone have a great day.
Cheers.
Bye guys.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Thanks, Henry.
Pleasure.
Bye, Audrey.
Bye bye, guys. Thanks.